What happens when two economic powerhouses, India and the United States, sit down to negotiate? The world pays attention. Tonight, we're unpacking the latest developments in the ongoing trade talks between these two nations. Talks that could have far-reaching consequences for the global economy. Recently, U.S. President Donald Trump made a bold statement, expressing strong confidence that a trade agreement with India is within reach. For years, the U.S. and India have been at odds over tariffs, with each side imposing duties on a range of goods. From agricultural products to high-tech electronics, these tariffs have been a major source of friction, affecting businesses, consumers, and even diplomatic relations. Trump's recent remarks have injected new energy into the negotiations. He suggested that both countries are closer than ever to resolving their differences, hinting at a possible breakthrough. This optimism comes after a series of tough discussions, where both sides have had to balance national interests with the need for compromise. But why is this deal so important? For starters, the U.S. and India are two of the world's largest economies. A successful agreement could open up new markets, lower prices for consumers, and create jobs on both sides of the Pacific. It could also set a precedent for how major economies resolve trade disputes in an increasingly interconnected world. However, the path to a deal is anything but straightforward. India is seeking greater access to American markets for its goods, especially in sectors like textiles and agriculture. At the same time, the U.S. wants India to reduce barriers for American products and services, particularly in technology and manufacturing. Both governments face pressure at home to protect local industries and jobs, making every concession a potential political risk. This delicate balancing act is what makes the negotiations so complex and so fascinating. Every move is watched closely by businesses, investors, and policymakers around the globe. The outcome will not only impact trade between the U.S. and India, but could also influence global supply chains and economic alliances. Now we want to hear from you. Do you believe the U.S. and India should make concessions for the sake of a broader agreement, or should they hold firm to protect their own interests? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your perspective is part of this global conversation. As talks continue, the stakes couldn't be higher. A deal could mean more affordable products, stronger economies, and a new era of cooperation between two major democracies. On the other hand, failure to reach an agreement could lead to more tariffs, higher prices, and increased tension on the world stage. We'll be tracking every development in this story, bringing you the latest updates and expert analysis. If you want to stay informed about the issues that shape our world, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep this conversation going and work together to understand the forces driving our global economy. Stay tuned, because when the U.S. and India talk trade, the whole world listens.